A woman has been charged over the contamination of food at 2 Sizzler restaurants in Brisbane. She was arrested this morning after being recognised by staff at a fast food outlet. Also today, more Sizzler customers told of finding rat poison in their food.
The key ingredient in the Sizzler investigation, the 57-year-old was taken into custody this morning after some quick thinking by a trainee manager at a McDonald's outlet at Milton.
I just saw the photo on the Channel 9 News last night and I recognised it in the restaurant, so I called the police straight away.
Jodie followed the woman to a nearby station and watched as she jumped on a train where she was tracked to Brunswick Street.
Police would like to thank members of the public who responded to the media releases last night.
It'll be alleged the woman had vanished after complaining to staff about her food at the City Sizzlers on Saturday. Today, more complaints surfaced from customers about green pellets in their pasta sauce at the Toowong store way back on January 20.
Because we originally thought that it had peas throughout it, that's why it was different. And my friend said, look, that's not a normal pea. And my other friend bit into one and she basically nearly vomited, just had a gag reaction.
We called the waitress over and she has come over to us and we asked her if she knew what it was, if it was something different that was put in, and she said she wasn't sure. She'd take it to the kitchen and find out.
The woman was questioned at City Station for more than 4 hours before her lawyer, Terry O'Gorman, arrived. She was taken to the watch house soon after.
Police don't believe the woman committed any other offences, but say it's highly likely there'll be further charges over the 2 Sizzler incidents.
I can't make any comments in relation to the investigation or the motives behind the 2 incidents.
She's expected to face court tomorrow. Neil Dawley, National 9 News.
Sizzler's handling of the food tampering drama has been slammed by the state government. The company had the suspect food tested privately and didn't alert Queensland Health for 37 days. The Health Minister is planning new laws to ensure diners are not put at risk again.
It was never going to be business as usual at Sizzler outlets today. No salad bars. Instead, a side order of controversy and a sour taste.
Would you eat there again?
No, probably not. Maybe in a while, but definitely not right away.
The Premier signalled early in the day that Sizzler's conduct had put major reforms squarely on the menu.
The introduction of mandatory reporting, forcing restaurants to holding samples of contaminated food.
The Health Minister too signalled his distaste. He says Sizzler's lack of urgency in getting test results from the contaminated food potentially put its customers at risk.
Look, I don't think the Sizzler handled this particular case well at all.
One thing the restaurant industry definitely doesn't want is an overreaction. Anything that could create a climate of fear among potential customers.
It's certainly not been helpful, but by the same token, this is an isolated incident.
Isolated, yes, but the government is determined the delay in notification will never happen again, and told a meeting of food industry representatives just that.
Yes, mandatory reporting will become a reality.
There'll be penalties too. Sizzler, though, will not be punished.
In the first instance, they should have contacted either Queensland Health or the Queensland Police.
Sizzler's learnt a costly lesson. Its salad bars will stay closed for at least another week, costing the company hundreds of thousands of dollars every day.
We have learnt an awful lot.
For Wilmington, National 9
News. A woman will appear in court tomorrow accused of poisoning food at 2 Brisbane restaurants. Tests have confirmed green pellets found in salad bars at the Sizzler outlets were similar to rat poison.
Police acted quickly, arresting a 57-year-old Brisbane woman who's facing 6 charges relating to the contamination of food with rat poison at 2 Sizzler restaurants.
At this stage, I can't make any comments in relation to the investigation or the motives behind the 2 incidents.
Police have refused to say if she's a disgruntled former employee. Despite the arrest, Sizzler says it will be at least a week before it can reopen its salad bars.
This issue has highlighted some shortfalls in our product security management. We have a couple of things that we need to complete at this stage before we will introduce those procedures to every restaurant in the country.
The Queensland Government met food industry leaders this morning to make sure any future events are handled better.
Well, we're looking at a number of models that are in existence as to how you can put in place mandatory reporting of instances where the tampering of food is suspected.
The State Peak Restaurant Association agrees the process needs to be improved.
The laboratories fell down. We want to see those sort of processes tightened up. If this was going to be something serious, we need to know about it sooner.
The state government hopes to finalise a mandatory reporting model and take it to Parliament within weeks. The woman charged will appear in court tomorrow morning. Mark Hydes, ABC News, Brisbane.
Triumphant celebration in Canberra tonight on the eve of the 10th anniversary of the Howard government. Hundreds of guests paid $1,000 a head to mark a decade in office.
John Howard had warned against any displays of arrogant triumphalism.
It is over tonight with the arrest of a woman in Brisbane. Queensland detectives have charged a 57-year-old over the discovery of rat sack in food at two of Sizzler's Brisbane restaurants. The arrest ends a worrying time for the national restaurant chain.
We will react, we'll respond very quickly, cooperate with Queensland Health and get back to offering the safest possible product to our guests every restaurant, every day.
Sizzler's salad bars will reopen under new camera surveillance.